our previous records, I think we were struggling to kind of find where to place all those parts in those songs. But with this album, we actually wrote those bits along with the songs in the songwriting process. So we was kind of experimenting on the go. Whereas the previous albums, they were all wrote before we went into the studio, and so it was just basically we'll record whatever we had at the time. But with this one, yeah, we just had fun and we just experimented with a lot of things on the go. I think with us, we just didn't want the same. We didn't want to write the same album again. We wanted to keep it fresh and exciting for fans and ourselves, especially. You know, we have to play them every night. So I think with album 3, like, it was our main focus to just experiment and see where we can go, and like I said, push the boundaries.
'Cause I think going back to what Robin said, it's the third record. We've established ourselves as Stonebroken, but what we want to do now is we just want to improve on what we're doing constantly, but then not just improve on what we're doing, but make it more exciting, be more adventurous. And I mean, whilst we were in the studio, as everyone can imagine, COVID struck, and that actually gave us some more time to go, I wouldn't say back to the drawing board, because it wasn't a complete rewrite of what we were doing, but it gave us time to really focus on what we wanted. And I think the conversations leading up to the record where we wanted something new, we wanted something different, we wanted something that was a bit more ballsy. You know, I wouldn't say that the last 2 records was safe. I feel as though they were a representation of who we were at the time, and this next record is that representation of who we are now, which is great to finally get down on record. I feel as though this one has like kind of really captured who we are right now in the year 2022. And I think it's important to evolve what you do and to evolve who we are, because as people we change, and as musicians our tastes change, and we like to kind of try and bring those influences in, but put our own kind of spin on them. And this record, it just felt like the right time to do it. We had a little more time to get things done. We're obviously working with a record label this time round. And I think it was super important to really utilize every aspect of that, of being a signed band. And you've got people from A&R who help develop what we do. They actually put us in touch with Dan, who produced the record. And again, that was a match made in heaven with Dan. So it felt like everything was kind of clicking into place. And that was, you know, the start of Stonebroken 2.0 is like kind of what I'd kind of describe it as. But I also think it's more of a true reflection of who we are today, who we are now.
I think we kind of just went to see how far we could take everything. And if we thought it was too much, then we'd just, okay, well, that's a bit too much. Let's just step back a bit. Like we said, we still got the Stonebroken core, but with the electronics, we wanted like a little bit. We didn't want to just kind of go full on different, because then you're just completely changing direction. Whereas we were just kind of taking a next step a little bit without kind of taking a leap. Yeah, it's just, we didn't want to kind of do too much, but we didn't want to do too little at the same time. We still wanted to just experiment with whatever time we had to do it. And yeah, just kind of being a bit brave, I guess. And just seeing what worked and what didn't, and just stuff like that. I think Dan was up for everything, to be fair. There was like nothing that he wouldn't go, no, we shouldn't do that. He'll go, let's try it. Which is good, and which is what you want in a producer. Just someone that's like, okay, let's try it. If it works, we do it. If not, then, I mean, like there's stuff in the one of the songs which is Rich warming up, and he's added that into it. So it's just stuff like that. Just, hey, if that random noise. If you farted, let's make that into a sub drop or something like that. Like literally everything we wanted to try, we tried. If it worked, it was in there. And you never know, there might be a fart sounding sub drop somewhere in the record.
Oh, we're gonna get so many questions.
Just for the record, we didn't ask for a fart sub drop.
But we got one.
I think so. When we played live, I do a little bit of backing vocals, but not so much as what I am involved in this album with now. And for me, it was kind of a shock as well when Dan says, "Well, can you sing?" I was like, "Well, I don't know. Let me know."
You tell me.
So again, that got me at my comfort zone, and I was in the vocal booth, just trying to give it everything that I had. But yeah, the feedback has been, we did like a live version of Revelation on YouTube, and people are saying, "Oh, I can hear Robin for the first time in ages." Like, what? It sounds amazing. But yeah, it just brings a new level and a new sound, doesn't it, to the band, which is quite nice. I just have to really practice. Kieran says it's and he says, who's Dan brought in to sing on that track? I was like, it's me. He was like, no. Which is quite nice. But yeah, like, what do you think? Like, surprise wise, were you surprised? Like,
Well, yeah, because I've heard you sing in the shower, so you took it way more seriously this time around.
I did.
I mean, like, I don't think I was surprised. I think the one thing that I was more surprised at is that you're able to kind of like get past that confidence barrier with your singing. Yeah. That's always been a thing, because obviously when we play live, Robin's playing drums and the microphone's like here, and she's having to like kind of twist the neck already, and it's awkward. I've done it before when I've been in Rob's position, and it's not nice singing like that.
No.
So I think you having the confidence in the studio to stand there, that's totally out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
You've never been in a vocal booth before. No. You've been sat behind a kit like the whole of your teenage and adult life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like, I was super proud that you did it, if I'm honest,
Oh,
because it's a new stepping stone for you. It's a new evolution for the band. It's for all of us, and I think Dan suggesting that and you saying, yeah, go on then, I'll give it a go. It was wicked. Like, that's what this record was all about. It was all about trying things. And there was some things that didn't work. And you doing backing vocals and even some lead parts, like counter melodies to mine, and it really worked. Like, there's some of the favourite parts of the song for me. Like, having that kind of call and response in a way. Yeah. So and I think you did a great job. So, cut.
I'll pay you later.
Yeah. Get another money now.